everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you some pumpkin DIYs. I just love making pumpkins and I'm so excited to share these with you. I have joined a collab, Pumpkin Patch Collab, with some beautiful talented creators here on YouTube, and the host is Ellie at DIY From House to Home. You can see them all here, and I will leave links to each of their channels down in my description box so you can check them out later. I have also a playlist to this collab. I urge you to jump on over right after this video because there are loads and loads and loads of pumpkin inspiration waiting for you. So stay tuned for this. First I start to spray paint. I have this garland, a silvery color garland, and I will spray paint it in fall colors. I start with a copper color and then mix in a touch of green, a touch of red and a tiny touch of black. And I keep doing that until I am happy with the result. And they will work with all my pumpkin creations today. For my first DIY, I have this sweater that I have thrifted just to make pumpkins of. So I cut off the sleeve like that, turn it inside out, and with some jute twine and a thick needle, I just make these large stitches around one end, the bigger end. And when I'm all the way around, I just tighten it and make a double knot and cut off the excess and turn it right side out. And then it's time to stuff it with some pillow stuffing until I am happy. And while I'm doing this, I try to make a hole in the middle so that my needle can more easily get through when I do the grooves on my pumpkin. So on the top I do the same stitches, but before I tighten it I will show you how it looks inside, like that. It's a hole straight through, and I tuck in the excess like that. Then it's time to make the grooves, sticking the needle straight through and around and tighten it. And I decided to make 5 grooves in my pumpkin, just evenly spaced, and tighten it as I go. And when I'm done, I just take the ends and tie a double knot. And here I am with another sleeve, just an ordinary sweater, and I do just the same fashion here. For this first DIY I will show you 3 different kinds of fabric pumpkins. The sweater, this thinner fabric that I'm using here, and then mixing 2 fabrics on my third one. And then I will show you how I embellish them with the stems and leaves, etc. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. Here I am with my third pumpkin of fabric, and I have made strips of fabric, 3 of each color, and I will put them like this every other, and then I will sew them together to make a cylinder like you see here. I'm so quick. And then I turn it inside out like that, and the same fashion as the other one, sew it together. the one end and then fill it up with pillow stuffing. And the grooves on this one, I will use some macrame cord, and I use a crochet needle to get them through the pumpkin. It was a bit of a struggle, but I managed, and tighten them as I go, and make sure that the macrame cord lines up with the fabric. I had a dry branch on hand and I am cutting it to size to create a few stems for my pumpkins, like that. And I will see if they fit, and they look good, don't they? Then I just take a dot of hot glue and press it into place. And this pumpkin I will embellish a little bit further. I will cover the grooves with some lace ribbon. Some hot glue on the top and on the bottom. Time for some greenery, and I have this beautiful pig that I just spray painted. I will use a few of these leaves for this pumpkin. Looking beautiful. But first I will curl the ends of the macrame cord. Do my Marika curl, just a dot of hot glue as I go, and just swirl them. And then attaching the leaves with a dot of hot glue as well. Now I'm on to the second pumpkin, and I have some cute ribbon with some hearts on that I will cover the grooves with, like that. And then I have some full leaves, dark red ones. The final touch, I attach some dew twine, and I make my Marika curl here as well. Love making pumpkins and my curls. Looking super cute. There we go. And the third and final, I will leave the grooves as they are, curling away the leftover dew twine and then hot gluing some leaves into place. This one gets a little bit more greenery than the others. As a final touch, I will attach some witch hazel sticks. I just cut a few to size, and I'm just hot gluing them into place, like you see me do here. And here they are, at least two of them, sitting on my coffee table in my living room. Looking rustic, looking fall, I think. Tell me, what do you think? I love green, so they fit perfectly into my decor. And here is the other one beside the bed in my guest room, looking pretty. Did you have a favorite of the fabric ones? Let me know in the comments. For my second DIY, I will go to nature. I've been to my backyard and cut a few branches of my birchwood tree, and I just strip them off like that. So I have the bare sticks. I have some tiny sticks that I will start with, a bunch of them, and I just put a piece of a branch that will make the stem of my pumpkin right in the center of this bunch of sticks, and I tie some jute twine around it and reinforce it with some hot glue. And then the tricky part, and I bend them like this and try to secure them with some hot glue and my fingers as I go along, and this took a while, just one at a time, just trying to bend them into place like that. And I also used some small clamps to help me to keep them in place, because when I am done with all of them I will secure them with some jute twine, but I need to get them all in place before I could do that. So that was the tricky part, but I managed in the end, and here I tie the jute twine, wrap it around several times, and just spreading the twigs like that, cut off the excess of the jute twine, and voila, it's some sort of pumpkin, right? And now attaching a few leaves. Onto my larger sticks, I take one at a time and I will bend it into a circle, secure it with some jute twine and cut off the excess. And I do that with all the sticks, try to make them approximately the same size, like that. And when I have them all, I have different thickness, so I try to put them every other, like a thick one, a thin one, so I get a more unified final result. And then I just tie them together with some jute twine. I wrap it around several times and then just make a double knot and cut off the excess. And this pumpkin is quite large, so I need a larger stem for it, like that one. So I just need to cut it off and then hot glue it into place, like so. And then I take some nautical rope and hot glue it into place around the stem to get a nice finish. And then I will use the nautical rope to make my curls, my Marika curls. Every pumpkin needs a curl like that. They are so easy to make. Just twist them and a dab of hot glue each twist. Simple as that. And the last touch, a few of my spray painted leaves. I already have an idea where I want to put them, and included in this little vignette I will have this gnome, but it's a bit summery with some cute flowers on the hat, so I just rip them off and will make him fall inspired. and I have these seed capsules that I've used on a wreath not long ago, and I just hot glue them onto the hat to create a flower like you see me do here, and then another round seed capsule as the center of the flower. Just hot glue it into place. Simple as that, and he is ready for my fall vignette. Looking super cute. And here they are, looking nice, I think, overlooking my garden, my backyard, as you say over there. What do you think? Are they too rustic? I think they kind of rustic eclectic, maybe? Tell me in the comments. My third and final DIY, I have this wooden pumpkin shape that I've used to make pumpkins before last year, and I already made some templates, as you can see, out of cardboard, the different shapes on a pumpkin. Looks like that. And I have some foam that I will use, that one, and I start by taking my templates and just trace around them, and I mark them as I go with numbers so I know which one goes where. Can be a bit confusing otherwise. So, and when I am done, I will just cut them out with my scissors like you see me do here. And once cut out, I will also bevel the edges to get a softer roundness on the top of the foam. I have done it to all of them, cut them out and beveled all the edges, and it looks like that. But before I will attach them, I will address this stark white pumpkin base that I have on the top. It will not show, but on the edges I will dry brush it as I do here, and I'm using black, brown and white acrylic paint to do that. I think this is my best ever pumpkin I've made, so be sure to stay tuned till the end. I just love how it turned out. Now for some fabric, this green one and this one with the notes on it, and I decided to go for every other, so I start off with the middle one and I place it where I want it to have the pattern straight, and then I have a bit of an allowance around my template, around the foam piece, and I just cut it out like that. Then it's time for the green ones, same procedure. Make sure I have an allowance. I rather cut it too large than too small. But before I attach my pieces onto the board, I will take the centerpiece and I will just cut out an indent, just not all the way through, just to have a tiny hole there, and I will fill it with cinnamon so you get a nice scent, and I will cover that cinnamon with just a scrap piece of fabric, just with some hot glue around so it won't become messy as I attach it. So place it exactly where I want it and my fabric on top, and I will staple it into place. Make sure that the staples are very close to the foam, and stretch it enough to make it pretty all the way around. And I have a little bit too much fabric, but I just cut that off like so. Time for the next one. I make sure that it's in the correct place, and then I staple very close to the other piece, and then I put my foam into place and stretch the fabric and continue stapling as you see me do here. And I just continue in the same fashion until I have reached all the way around my pumpkin. And here I am with the final ones. Again, some excess fabric, but it's so easy to cut off like so. And when I'm done with my pumpkin pieces, it's time to embellish it. And I will start off with some nautical rope that I will put in the grooves in between the fabrics and the foam pieces. I will just hot glue it into place, and I will leave a bit on the top that will become part of the stem of my pumpkin. Just a little at a time, some hot glue, and put the nautical rope into place. And I continue all the way around, cutting off the excess there. If you like this video and videos like this, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, of course, for more inspirational videos. I post 1, 2, or sometimes even 3 videos per week. So stay tuned, and the notification bell, don't forget that, so we are notified every time I upload a new video. Now I am putting some nautical rope through the hole on top of the wood board and tie a knot and create a hanger like so. And then as the final touch here, I will put nautical rope all the way around the outer part of my pumpkin. Now I take some jute ribbon that I will tie around the leftover pieces of nautical rope that I created the stem with, and just hot glue it into place, and the leftover bits I will curl as I did with all the rest, dotting a bit of hot glue and just curl them. Then I will trim the ends of the stem of my nautical rope there. And the final touch is to put loads of greenery on top of my piece, like that. Just hot glue it into place. And here it is, my favorite pumpkin. I just love how it turned out. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Was this your favorite as well, or did you have another favorite? Which one did you like best? I just love to read your comments. And now it's time to go over to my description box and click the link to the playlist of this collab to get more pumpkin inspiration. If you like to watch more of my videos, you can of course click that DIY playlist link appearing on the screen right here. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.